Hi guys, this is the second video on Unit 6, Topic 5, Finding Missing Lengths of Similar Triangles. So the first video was on setting up our similarity statements and how we use congruent and corresponding angles to set those up. So if you need help with that part, watch the video before this. Right now I'm in the Topic 5 packet and I'm going to start with number 15. Okay. So number 15, in the diagram of triangle RTV, points S and U are on segments RT and VT respectively, such that the lines are parallel. So this part right here is key for knowing which angles are corresponding and therefore how to set up our similarity statements. So since we have parallel line segments, our corresponding angles are congruent. So R is congruent to S, U is congruent to V, and T is congruent to itself by the reflexive property. So my similarity statement that I'm going to start with is triangle TUS is similar to triangle. T corresponds with T, U corresponds with V, and S corresponds with R. Again, this is the part that I went over in the previous video. So now that we have our similarity statement, we can go ahead and set up the next part of the problem. In this problem, I give you side lengths and I ask you about side lengths. So I don't really care about angles in this problem. I'm not going to waste time setting up angles. I am going to set up the, or label the lengths that were given to me in the problem. So RS is equal to 16, UV is equal to 10, TU is equal to 5. And we want to find the length of ST. So one of the things that you guys keep forgetting is labeling in your diagram what X is. If I want to solve for ST, I'm going to put an X by ST. Okay. Now at this point, because it's all about sides, I'm going to write my corresponding sides that are in proportion. So I'm going to set up my equal scale factors. Again, it doesn't matter which triangle is new and old. I didn't tell you. You get to choose. I'm going to use the first one as my new triangle. The second one is my old triangle. So I'm going to have TU over TV equals US over VR equals ST over RT. And then I'm just going to substitute in whatever I have information about. So if I look for TU, I know that that's 5. TV, I can find by adding these two parts together, that's 15. US, I have no information for. VR, I have no information for, so I'm going to skip that scale factor. ST is what I labeled X. And then RT is this whole length. So just like I did with the other side, I add the two parts to get the whole. So this is X plus 16. Okay. I'm not going to cross multiply. I'm going to use my calculator to set up and solve. Better. Okay, so I'm going to do control divide to bring up the fraction. I have 5 over 15 equals control divide again, X over X plus 16, comma, X. Enter, I get X equals 8. Alright, and then I'm going to double check. I didn't ask me to solve for X, so I'm not done. ST is what I'm solving for, equals, ST is equal to X, and X is 8, so I am done. Okay, let's take a quick look at number 14 also. In number 14, it says triangle QRO is given. T is on segment QO, and S is on segment RO, so that the angle R is congruent to angle STO. This is key because I did not give you, these lines are not parallel. So this part, and marking this part in my diagram is key. So angle R is congruent to angle STO. I know angle O is congruent to itself by the reflexive property, so that leaves angle S to be congruent with angle Q. So my similarity statement, triangle RQO is similar to triangle. R corresponds with T, Q corresponds with S, and O corresponds with O. Again, this problem has nothing to do with angles. I don't ask you about angles, so I'm not going to set up congruent angles. I'm going to set up my scale factors. Again, I'm going to do new over old. So I have RQ over TS equals QO over SO equals OR over OT. Okay. And I'm going to label what was given to me in the problem. So RS is equal to 17, TO is equal to 20, SO is equal to 15. What is the length of QT? Again, I need to make sure I label an X or whatever variable I'm using in the diagram. So QT is X. So RQ, starting my substitutions, I don't know anything about RQ, and I don't know anything about TS, so I'm going to cross out that first scale factor. QO is this whole segment here. So to get my whole, I'm going to add my two parts, X plus 20. SO is 15 equals OR, which is 17 plus 15, which is 32, over OT, which is 20. Okay. Again, I just go ahead and type that in my calculator, into and solve, control divide, X plus 20 over 15 equals, control divide again, 32 over 20, comma X, and I get 4. X equals 4. Once again, I just double check. QT is what I'm looking for. QT is what I labeled X. So QT is 4, and I'm done.